It's Thursday night in the A. You know what that means. Kelly Price and Tori McElhaney is coming at you on Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
That wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. Happy New Year, everyone. I know Monday was just one win, but 2026 is feeling much brighter and much louder than this thing already, right?
So funny what happens when you start winning. If only we had this feeling so much sooner, right?
I know. Well, speaking of sparkling under the lights, the Falcons are 4-1 in primetime games this year, undefeated in the Red Helmets this season, and 9-1 on Monday Night Football since 2015. The best mark in the NFL, which is kind of a crazy stat. Let's huddle up about it, y'all.
Let's huddle up with Kelly and Tori on the world of Falcons football.
All right, so I'm just going to check in with our producer right now. How much time do we have here? Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough time to talk about Bijan Robinson, so that's a bummer. But let's try, because B needed just 151 yards to break William Andrews' single-season scrimmage record. And he also went ahead and smashed it with 229 yards from scrimmage on 27 touches. He had more yards than the entire LA Rams team at halftime. His 93-yard touchdown run, the longest by any player in the league this season, and a new franchise rushing touchdown record. His career-high 195 rushing yards in this game, most by a Falcon in a single game since Michael Turner in 2008. So we could really keep going. I think you get the gist of it, because we cannot understate his value to this team. But I'm being told to rap in my ear. We're taking too much time on this. Tori, what is your favorite Bijan Robinson nugget this season?
Yeah, so it's really difficult to pick just one, so I'm going to give you two, both of which come from this game itself. So as you stated, Bijan Robinson went over 200 yards from scrimmage. That's the 7th time this season he's gone for over 150 scrimmage yards. That not only leads the league, but no other running back has more than 3 such games. So how did Bijan do it? By doing what Bijan does best, make people look a little silly. 190 of Bijan's 229 total yards came after first contact. Wow. That's the most yards after contact in a single performance since ESPN began tracking that data and that specific stat in 2009. Bijan was breaking ankles on a Pop Warner field in Arizona at that time. Now he's doing the same thing to professional athletes.
I think Mohamed Sanu tweeted, this guy makes it look like recess out there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the defense, because that was the side of the ball that truly set the tone in this game, starting with holding the league's #1 offense to a 3-and-out on its opening drive, and from there, holding the Rams scoreless through the first half, something no one has done to that team all season, and picking off an MVP candidate 3 times. He had only 5 interceptions all year going into this game, and without the cushion that Jesse Bates' pick 6 provided, we might be having a different conversation right now about the outcome of this game. I remember saying in my pregame coverage that this defense against that offense was going to be the matchup to watch, and the Falcons were confident, looking forward to that challenge. They proved that confidence wasn't just hubris, and wasn't it just fun to watch?
Yeah, so fun. And I want to hand out some flowers to a few guys who absolutely played with their hair on fire a little bit. You mentioned Jesse Bates, but I'd argue rookie Xavier Watts had an even bigger impact. 2 interceptions off of Stafford, plus a couple clutch tackles to get the Falcons off the field. Massive night for him. And then there's AJ Terrell. I don't know why more people aren't talking about his performance.
Yes.
7 tight window targets forced, tied for the most by any defender this season. And when he lined up against Puka Nacua, the hottest receiver in the league right now, he gave up just 2 catches for 17 yards. For context, Nacua was averaging 191 yards per game over his last 3 outings. The Falcons, mostly AJ Terrell, held him to 47.
Yes, snaps for AJ Terrell in that performance. Well, we've heard a number of Falcons, including Raheem Morris, talk about how they need to learn how to win. I know that's frustrating for fans to hear. This is the NFL after all, but you just get the feeling watching this team the last couple weeks that maybe they are learning how to win. The Falcons have had 9 one-score games this season, an overall record of 4-5, but 3 of those wins came in the last 3 weeks. We all shuddered when we heard Joe Buck reference the last time Atlanta blew a 21-point lead on the broadcast. But these Falcons, are they trying to maybe finally flip that narrative?
Yeah, I think only time will tell on that. I don't really say that to be pessimistic. I actually say it to be realistic. Yes, fans should bask in this win. It's a big one, but the reality is the Falcons are 7-9 and out of playoff contention because they couldn't find a way when they needed it most ardently. If there's one thing the Falcons need to believe in 2025. It's the emotional roller coaster Raheem Morris always talks about. The highs have been exuberant. Monday night wins over the Bills and Rams, a Thursday night throwback against the Bucks, but the lows have been extreme. A shutout by Carolina, a missed extra point against New England, and that loss to the Jets just in general. If this team can find consistency and leave the absolutes in 2025, then I'll believe the narrative is truly flipped.
Well, one of the most interesting things I heard in that post-game locker room Monday was Jesse Bates telling me this is a win that says a lot about the foundation of this team. Many in Atlanta's position would have begun pointing fingers, getting worse instead of getting better. They truly think this is momentum they can build on. So the conversation, I think, shifts now from the talk about wholesale changes we were having to what exactly do the Falcons do now as the offseason looms just a week away? Because this late success, despite nothing else to really play for, what can it mean going forward?
Yeah, it's a great question and one we can really only speculate on right now. I do think this run, especially if it ends with a win versus the Saints on Sunday, has saved jobs. How many and exactly whom can be debated, but this moment feels a little reminiscent of the 2019 season in which the Falcons ended with the record they have right now, 7-9. If you recall, they began that year 1-7, but finished 6-2 over their last 8 games. That late season surge created a sense of optimism, even though they missed the playoffs. It was enough for very few moves to be made that offseason. As we know, though, the Falcons started 2020 0-5 and then ultimately parted ways with Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff. I do wonder what lessons can be learned from that experience, considering the similarities we're seeing in 2025. And do those lessons pay dividends by way of wins in 2026? We shall see.
Yeah, lots of people making that comparison. Well, final primetime game of the year, and the guys made some fashion choices fit for the spotlight. We are walking in. How about the rookie giving us like Christmas dinner coolness before balling out on Monday Night Football? The holidays are all about dressing cute and nice, but also comfy enough to, still be comfortable after the dinner.
Right.
This Lululemon polo hits that exact tone for Xavier Watts here. Understated but impactful, kind of like his personality and his play.
Yeah, look good, feel good, play good. That must have been X's mantra as he prepped for Monday Night Football, because he did exactly that.
And as he ties Deion Sanders' record with that quote. From the defensive MVP to the offensive MVP of this game, Bijan striking a similar balance between form and fashion here with the comfy Falcons pullover and the matching J's.
He looked so sweet and innocent and cozy in these pics. Little did he know that, or little did we know at the time he was about to put up a record-breaking performance.
Finally, Divine Diablo, who has told us he's a big fan of a graphic t-shirt.
Yep.
And he's rocking just that. I'm loving the sparkly vibes here as well for New Year's. Maybe he was just trying to send us a message that this game was about to be a thriller.
Ooh, good one. But really, Kelly, I know a couple weeks ago he told us that he wanted graphic t-shirts for Christmas. Do we think this was one of the ones he got?
Ooh, good point. Good point. I love it.
This feel like it's a passion to me. Like, it's real, it's not a job to me.
Well, we're bringing back one of our favorite In the Nest guests for the season finale. I'll catch my conversation with Hood Anchor Ye later in the show.
That story is coming up next on Rise Up Tonight.
Rise Up Tonight is presented by AT&T and brought to you by Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. By Mercedes-Benz, the best of nothing. And by Home Depot, how doers get more done. Do you ever wonder what's really on your favorite player's mind? It's time for the question of the week.
What type of pasta would you be and why?
Pasta?
Yeah.
What type
Another
of pasta
random one.
would I be? Like full dish or just the noodle itself?
Good question.
Whichever speaks to you.
Interesting.
I'm a huge fan of the spicy rigatoni.
Approved.
I don't even eat pastas.
What?
It's just, I don't even know. Pasta? Like, yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Stop it. Get some help.
Chicken Alfredo.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
This is my go-to pasta, so I had to say that.
I feel like ravioli just because you never know what's in the inside.
My mom always said life was life.
Ravioli just because you never know what's in the inside.
I'm gonna say lasagna.
Okay.
I'm pretty like I'm the same person every day.
Okay.
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
I feel like lasagna is hard to be special.
Okay.
And I don't mean special in the way like I just don't do anything different. So lasagna comes the same way all the time. So I say lasagna.
But there's still layers to it.
Still layers to it. There you go.
I like it. I like it. Fine, we think you are special, and lasagna's kind of like an onion. There's some layers to it, right?
Right, yeah. Honestly, is this their favorite question that they've ever had? Because
a lot of people said chicken Alfredo, but those were the most interesting ones.
I like that a lot.
I think a lot of people just only knew chicken Alfredo as a pasta.
Probably,
so,
yeah. The ravioli answer was crazy.
That was excellent by Brandon Norlis. All right, fun fact, Jesse Bates III is the only player in the entire NFL to have a pick six in each of the last 3 seasons. And after getting home real late Monday night after doing it against Matthew Stafford and coming through with the dub, Bates got back out there to give back on Tuesday. Time to rise up for Atlanta, brought to you by Truist. The All-Pro safety led a visit to Rainbow Village in Duluth, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families experiencing homelessness find stability and hope. Falcons players spent time with families, serving food, taking photos, signing autographs, and handing out gifts to kids and parents alike. And it reminded Bates that his impact isn't just measured in wins, but in the lives he can touch.
All those struggles and all those hardships that we, went through as growing up, that's who shaped who I am today. And just being able to come here and spread that message and be able to spend some time, just to take an hour out of your day and just be able to see some of these kids' faces and even the parents just having a break from the kids and just be able to just enjoy it and just spread some good love and good vibes going into next year. It's very important for sure.
Stay tuned for another pillar in our community, Hood Anchor Yay. We're running back one of our most memorable In the Nest segments of 2025 next.
Welcome back to Rise Up Tonight. Let's head in the nest with Kelly, Tori, and this week's special guest, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
Y'all, I am so excited about this week's In the Nest guest. You guys know him and you love him. Hood Anchor Yay. You have like 100 million followers. I feel like 100,000 followers. Yeah. Million was a lot. 100,000 followers. Yeah. He brings you all the Atlanta news in the only way that a true Atlantan, ATLian truly can. I just want to know, like, first off, how you got into this. Like, what is the background that you have that got you into this kind of spot that you're in?
Well, when I first started, it really was kind of like accidental. Like, I just came across a scene and then I just started commentating. Like, so I looked at it like commentating. I'm like, oh, I'm commentating or whatever. And then I told somebody to record me. I ended up posting on social media. And then once I posted on social media, it kind of went viral. So I'm like, hold on.
We got something here.
People like to hear news. Like, it's always news happening, so I don't gotta think of content.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So one day I was just at home watching the news, and I said, you know what? Let me go to a scene, but I want to look like I just hopped out of bed. So the whole role come from me wanting to just look like I hopped straight out of bed and went straight to the crime scene. Like, I didn't care what I put on.
Right.
Like I didn't put no effort or whatever to what I'm putting on. So I just left out the house with a robe and, slippers and pajamas. So that's my whole idea behind what I wear.
Tell me about maybe your favorite moment doing this so far, because it's obviously ballooned so much. You've heard, like you said, from the community. Is there a favorite moment that you've had doing this so far?
Yeah, probably when the Falcons reached out to me to do a partnership.
That's pretty cool.
So I was like, man, like, I'm doing something great. If the Falcons want to do something with me and want to work with me, and especially when y'all want to do a story on me, so I'm like, those are the highlights of like to confirm that I'm on the right path.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the Falcons too. Like, what is it like to have an NFL team want to work with you because of this thing you kind of, like you said, started accidentally?
It's just amazing. I really just can only thank God and just really appreciate the whole Falcon organization for reaching out to me and wanting to work with me.
What was it like going? I know you got to go to training camp. I'm sure you'll get to go to some games. Like, yeah. What has all of that been like to see, like athletes up close and personal and whatnot?
I mean, it's just a great experience. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anytime I get the opportunity for something like that I just be thankful. You know what I'm saying? That I'm in position to even, speak to certain people and interview them and work with them, like every aspect of it.
Do you ever get recognized now, like going out to the grocery store, just like out in Atlanta, if you're not wearing the robe and everything?
Yeah, that surprised me the most when I don't wear nothing. They be like, "Who that guy?" I'm like, "Who that guy? Where he at?" like, how you know that's me? Like we know you. I'm like, okay.
Is there anything that you've experienced, like, anyone saying thank you for doing this, or even like maybe a victim or something like that has reached out or something, like anything on that side of it that has been rewarding for you to do this?
Probably when it been a couple victims that then reached out to me and told me that they like thankful for the story that I did on either them or their family member.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how long ago, maybe a month ago, somebody that I met on a previous scene, his brother ended up passing in front of the Greyhound station. So he did like a post about me. He like, man, I just want to give my flowers to Hood Uncle Ye. Like he did a report on my brother and interviewed me, and I've been talking to him, and he then invited me out, reached out to me, just the whole just interacting with him, period. He's like, it's real genuine.
Yeah. Did you ever imagine it would kind of blow up in the way that it has?
No. Because I'm not really into, I really don't care about fame and stuff like that. I'm not really into that. I feel like a lot of celebrities are weird, so I don't really like to be
That's true.
considered a celebrity or famous or nothing like that. I'm just me.
Yeah. It speaks to, I think, everyone in Atlanta wants to know what's going on, and there is so much going on all the time. Like you always talk about, there's always something weird going on in Atlanta. There's some car on fire, some weird car has flipped or whatever. Does it ever surprise you how much stuff there is to cover for this account? I
mean, I kind of always was in the city, so I always knew of things happening, so it don't surprise me because this stuff that I've been seeing, I'm reporting it.
I want to also talk about your background. Is this a night job for you? Do you have a day job? How do you balance, because you're able to go to these scenes so quickly, how does that work?
I mean, this is a full-time job for me.
I'm sure that it is.
It don't feel like a job to me because when they say when you're doing something you love, it don't feel like a job. So I really take this feel like it's a passion to me. It's real, it's not a job to me. It's just, I feel like it's almost like a duty, or it's just like a passion or something. I don't know how to really explain it.
Yeah.
But it don't feel like work.
Do you have a comedy background at all? What kind of prepared you for this, I guess?
School.
Yeah?
Middle school, elementary, middle, and high school.
Being the class clown or something, right?
I mean, I think I was a little bit of the class clown. I think at times I was a class clown, but I feel like for the most part it's just just growing up in Atlanta, you gotta know how to be on your heels, on your toes. You gotta know how to move.
Fair.
You gotta be quick with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to call it.
Growing up in Atlanta, I mean, I'm sure you saw Falcons of yore, Michael Vick times and all those things.
Mike Vick.
What is maybe your favorite Falcons memory growing up here?
Probably with me growing up was probably the era of Mike Vick when he was on the cover of Madden. And when we used to we used to be like, nobody could pick the Falcons because Vick was unstoppable on Madden.
Right.
So we used to have a thing where nobody, if we played each other, we couldn't pick the Falcons.
Is there another Atlanta sports team that you want to collaborate with, or that you are really a big fan of?
I want to collab with everybody, the Hawks, the Braves, the soccer team. I'm trying to be everywhere.
Yeah, he is everywhere. Hood Anchor Ye, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Go check out his videos if you somehow haven't already seen them. He's a great news source, honestly, for Atlanta. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back on Rise Up Tonight.
Hey Atlanta, this is Head Crack talking, and you watching Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go.
And you know the video of Freddie Falcon rappelling from the
Yeah.
ceiling? That's also kind of how that game felt.
A little bit, yeah. It's a little all over the place.
Very much an
Very up and
emotional
down.
roller coaster. Well, Happy New Year, y'all. I know it was an emotional roller coaster all this season. Thanks for staying up late with us every Thursday night this year. Everyone in attendance this Sunday will get one of these bad boys for the season finale against the Saints. Happy New Year. Cheers to 2026.